It's story time tea. That's me. And today I'm here to tell y'all a story about a time where I went tubing. Okay? This is going to be a short story. Basically, let me set the scene. This was a little farther back. I had only been tubing one time. And to give y'all some background on me, I'm not an outside in the water type of girl. I can be in the pool cool, but out in Mother Nature's water, out there in his water, I can't be outside because one thing about that water is it's unpredictable. It could just take me away. I don't want to be taken away. I don't want to be taken away. So I'm on my business and I stay where I'm supposed to be. I don't reside outside. That's not where I belong. I belong inside. I belong in controlled environments. I can't be there because I don't know what's going to happen to me. But I'm a person that likes to do things. So I was like, you know what? We're going to go tubing? Yes, I want to go. Yes. And so I signed up for it. It was me and 5 other people. Or it was me and 4 people. And I was fifth wheeling. Yes, that's what it was. I was fifth wheeling. So we go. Everybody putting that sunscreen on, everybody getting all ready and everything like that. You don't necessarily need to know how to swim to tube because you're supposed to stay inside of your tube. But it's good to know how to swim because if you fall out and get a little tube, you need to be able to get back and get a little tube. Okay, so that's basically how it was. But I was like, I'm not a tubing pro. Let me get with somebody that knows what's going on, so that I can feel more secure because I'm going. I just don't know how it's going to turn out. So we go and everybody's pairing up and everything like that. It's an opportunity for you to have you in one little tube or you inside of a 2 tube. I wanted freedom, but I didn't want aloneness. So I was I want to get in my one little tube, but I need somebody to be with me. With this one little tube, I need to hold hands with somebody. I need to be tethered to where as though I can unclip if I need, but clip me though, clip me. And so I was with the best swimmer of the group, the person that knew what was going on, the person that had been tubing multiple times, and I was yeah, I'm pairing up with you. And so we go together and we get in the water, everything cool. Everybody take their little pictures, everybody cute. Yeah. And we get in the water. The guy's just before he pushes us away, he's just hey, look, y'all can stay on whatever side y'all want to. Just know that once y'all get down to where there's a separation, y'all need to be on the right-hand side. If you're not on the right-hand side, we can't pick you up. And so what that meant to me in my head is, let me stay on the right side the whole time because I don't want to have to make my grand escape over to the right side once we get close enough to the separation in the lane. Because he said, if you go down the left-hand side, you lost. You might enter the Chesapeake Bay or something. I don't even know what he said. He said, you're gone. It's up for you. And I was not for me. Not for me. I will not be getting lost. And so I'm just yeah, we're going to stay on the right-hand side the entire time so that we have safety. I need security. And so I'm just let's do that. And so we go. And for the most part, we're on the right-hand side. He's just if this happens, do this. If this happens, do this. And he gave us instructions and everything. So we know what's going on. But you don't really know what's going on until you get out there, okay? So we're in our little tubes. Everybody's smiling. We're taking pictures in the water because somebody bought their little waterproof camera. I think somebody had a GoPro, da-da-da. We're having a good time. We see commotion further up. And this is where the separation started. Because we see the commotion. And some of us were going a little bit faster than others. And then the water down there, we can tell that there's something happening. There's a break or something. And so there's rocks, and then there's water. There's water and the water is rushing and it's doing a lot of things and it's sending other people to the left, okay? And so I'm just right there in this spot in particular on the right hand side, it looks a little crazy. Maybe we move a little bit more towards the middle so that we don't have to encounter that, and then we just go back over to the right hand side and everything's fine. We do that. Are you with me? You're my partner. We got this. We're gonna move to the middle. Yeah, oh, okay. So me and him, we're like moving towards the middle or whatever. Somebody goes over there, somebody that's in our group goes over there. They flip. They're out of their tube. And we're all freaking out like, whoa, get baby back on that tube. What's going on? And they're doing all of this. And I'm just like, because I can't help you. I can't help me. So I definitely cannot help you. So I'm just like, somebody want to help her? I don't like, she got her little vest on. She's safe. She's safe. She can't drown with a life vest on, right? See or no? She can't drown with a life vest. So I'm just like, she's just in a panic right now because she done lost her tube and her tube wasn't attached to her and she need to get her tube back. I could probably reach for the tube. I could probably help out. But her doing all that flailing, I can't touch her because she's going to bring me down and then we'll both be out. I need my tube. This is tubing and I need my tube. And so I'm just like, okay, get the little thing, get her little tube and everything. She get back in her tube, everything cool. But that was just the first instance of things not going right. And we had only been in the water for like 5 minutes. And I'm just like, isn't this supposed to be like a 30-minute, like 25-minute journey down this water, like this tubing thing? If you don't try to go fast, like if you just slowly just do, it's supposed to be like 25 minutes. We 5 minutes in and we already done capsized. I don't know what's gonna happen. And so like, I'm not scared because I'm just like, I didn't tip over, I'm fine. But I'm just like, what is to come in our journey doing this tubing? And so she's just like, where? She's like, it's fine, it's okay. Like, I'm good, guys, I'm good. She's like touching all her bits, like, okay, I still got my camera, everything's cool, we're fine. I just need to be a little bit more safe. I need to pay attention to the waves and all, and the breaks and the water and the rocks, and make sure that I'm where I need to be at because that was insane. And I'm like, okay, well, you should have been thinking about that, but I'm glad you're thinking about it now. Lock in. And like, this is a cool little journey, but lock the fuck in because you will be upset if you flip over again. So we're doing everything, and like the 3 people were separated. It was me and the guy. So the 3 people were separate, and so they're like going over there to the left and going over to the right and all that other stuff. Like everybody's like, you know, like we seeing each other, but we're not really together. And so me and the guy, we're just talking We seeing baby girl just get too far to the left, and then we're seeing that a new break is coming. Like, mind you, it had been like 6 minutes or something like that. A new little break is coming, so it's like a new little mountain, a little bit to get over, and I'm just like, there's no spot in the water where we can avoid this. We gonna have to tough it through. I don't know if we're gonna make it. And so I'm just like, let me hold on to my tube. I cannot lose my tube. You lock in, because save me if I die. I'm just like, we get, like, just save me, like, please just save me. And so we just like, all right, we gonna like hop a little bit so like it won't be so dramatic, and like we won't hit our butt on any like rocks or anything, and we gonna hope that like we land good and everything's gonna be fine. Like, we just like try to be strong because we just like, we know that like she just almost lost her life earlier and we gotta go through the same thing. So we're just like, okay. And so we do our little method. Doesn't really work. He kind of like falls out of his tube, and like I'm attached to him, so I go like this, and I'm just like, yo, please get it together because I cannot. I'm just like, I can't fall in this water. I'm like, I can't swim. I know that I got my vest on. I can't swim. I cannot be out in Mother Nature's waters just raw dog in the water. I get that I have this on and this is going to be saving me, but I still will feel like I'm going to die. So I just need you, I need you to get it together. Get back in your tube, sir. So get back in your tube. And so he's just like, he like gets back in the tube, everything's fine. Cause like my tube was attached to his tube, but like we weren't attached to each other. So like when he fell out, his tube was just still like sliding next to mine. And so it's just like his tube wasn't going anywhere, but he needed to get back in the tube, and he was a little bigger, so I didn't know if he was gonna be able to get in the tube like he needed to get in the tube. I'm like, cause you gotta like put your butt into it. I'm just like, I don't know if you can like get into it like that like I did, because like we're not the same size, and like I just kind of pulled my little leg up above and then I was inside. So I'm just like, I don't know if you're going to be able to do that, but like there's another break coming in like less than a minute, and we gotta lock in because you just fell out. And so I'm just like, okay, come on, sir. He gets back in, he's just like, all right, new method with this next break. It's cool, we're gonna do this, it's gonna work out. So we make it over the next break. The next break was less dramatic. anyway, so it was just like we should have been good anyway, so it was cool. We got through it, everything was fine. We lose the other people. In the panic of trying to get him into his tube, we don't know where these people are. And like there was like little like land masses, like because the water just started getting wider and wider and wider. So there was like a couple of little land, like little islands that we were coming up on, but we don't see anybody. Like there was like another group, and so we saw that the other group was like way left. And then after you get past these land masses, you start to get to the area where you need to be making your way right, or you're getting left behind. Like the truck is not going to be there to pick you up. You're not going to be able to get out of the water and safely get back to where we came from. So you need to get over to the right side. And that was right after the little land masses. So I'm just like, where are our people at? Because they better not be over there. And so like I'm looking at the little land masses because I see people on the little land masses, and I'm just like, is that our people? I'm like, what's going on? And so then eventually, like once I get past like one of the little pieces of land, I'm like, oh well, people are right there. They were like behind it, in front of it basically, but behind it to us, but in front of it to them. So yeah, they were over there. They were fine. It was cool. We just like, you need to make it back home. Get to the right hand side. And so me and the guy are just like, hey y'all, like what's going on? Like, oh my gosh, we lost so and so. So one of the people were in fact lost, and we could not find them. So we just like, bruh. And so it's just like, ended up finding her. She fell out of her tube. She got all these scrapes and bruises. She looked beat the fuck up. Like she looked like she got in a brawl with like 4 chicks and a dude, and she did not win, obviously. And like she's messed up. And so we just like, all right, well, look, like we're almost there. Like there doesn't seem to be any more like water breaks. Like we're good. She get back on her tube because she had like swam over to a landmass, whatever. She gets back on her tube. She comes. She like basically meets us, like, because it took us a little longer to get down there. And so once we finally get near where she was at, then she gets on her tube. She comes over to us. Everything's cool. We see the other people that we had got there with. They had came right after us. We see them. They are far left. They're like so left that they not finna get right. They so left that they not finna get right. And so we just like, oh, the truck is coming to pick us up in like 20 minutes. Why is they over there? And then like some of them is on the landmass, but not the one that's in the middle. They in the one that's over to the left. So we just like, what is going on? And so one guy tried to like jump off the landmass and swim to save the other people that were going left from going left, to get them on the landmass so that they can ultimately go right. But mind you, they were already on that piece of land, and it was already on the left hand side. So they were already fucked up in the crib. And so he sees them coming down because they're really on the edge of the left side. Like you should not have been all the way over there because there was so much distance in between. And so he swims over there to them and try to pull them over to where they were on that little piece of land that was still on the left hand side. And so he's like fighting for his life. This man almost was gone. The water was sweeping him away. Like he thought that he could swim fast enough, well enough to save them, and he ultimately put himself at risk because he almost ain't make it. He had to go all the way on the left hand side and then walk up and then jump into the water to get them because he had got pushed so far back from where he was originally at. When he did that, it was the correct move. He ended up saving the women that were like about to go all the way left and not make it home. And so he ended up saving them, and then he got on the little island with them, and then they tried to like haul ass to the right hand side. I don't even know if all of them make it. I just know that they didn't make our bus because we left them behind. We ended up going, and while we're like finishing up our little thing, we're all just like, yeah, I don't think we finna do this again because this was insane. Literally everyone fell out of their tube except for me. And I think it was just the fact that I know I can't swim, to where as though I was like, I refuse to fall out of this tube and we're gonna have to figure something out. I feel like that was the reason why I didn't fall out. I feel like they was all too lackadaisical about the whole, we'll be fine if you fall out of the tube. They were fucked up. Everybody had bruises and scars and bumps and scrapes except for me. And I was just like, this is crazy. Like one girl, I don't even remember which one it was, she hit her head, like concussion. Like she literally was like, I think I might need to go to the doctor. So I'm just like, I think you might. Because if I get hit in the head, I'm going to the doctors. I don't know what's going on in there, but I need to figure it out. And so it was just like everybody had sunburn and bruises and cuts and scrapes and head bumps. And I was just like, but I had a great time. Me personally, I had a great time, but I was just like, I don't think this was worth it. I don't think the tubing experience that you thought you was finna get, you got it, because y'all was fighting for your lives. Y'all were fighting for your lives. Y'all were terrified. Y'all were capsized. Like y'all was underneath the water. Like y'all was in it. Y'all was in it. Y'all know all the creatures that's underneath because y'all had your eyes wide the fuck open looking for that tube underneath the water. like y'all woke up like, like you really got bit bopped in your head. And now you need to go to the hospital. So I'm just like, I don't think we don't need to do this again. Maybe next time, like maybe whitewater rafting. I don't know. Y'all seem to like the water a lot. I don't really know if I'm gonna attend another water event with y'all. I think I need to really lock in with learning how to swim before I do that. But it was fun. Great times. We made it to the right side. So that's all that mattered to me. We were all safe. We just wasn't unscathed as a unit. We were a little bit fucked up in crib. 4 out of 5 were fucked up. My guy, he wasn't that bad. He had one little scratch for real, like maybe on his wrist or something like that. Like he was fine. But I just feel like overall, like it wasn't what it was supposed to be. So moral of the story is, at all points in time, I feel as though you should be adventurous and, you know, take a little risk. Go outside with it. Like really get in the mud. Like you're gonna have a good time, but also know that it's possible that you won't have a good time. And you gotta be able to accept that, because you might find something new in your life that you do like, and you'll be glad that you got into it, you know? But yeah, you gotta take a chance, you gotta take a risk, you gotta do adventurous things. That's the moral of the story. It was crazy for them, great for me. I had a great time. I want to do it again. I had a great time. But you know, it is what it is, okay? So you fuck me twice, cool. Start over. Moral of the story is, try new things. That's it. Moral of the story is try new things. And I'm going to say this because even though I will not be going tubing again, most likely, it still was a great experience. I had a great day. They ultimately had great days, even though they were fucked up in the crib. And so, you know, everybody was happy. It was a great time. And so we got to bond and we got to do new things together. And it's good to try new things. You might find something that you have never done before that you want to incorporate into your life for forever. And that obviously wasn't tubing for me, but it was other things for me. So, you know, try things, okay? And for me, story time, Tasha the Tea is over. Peace and love.